Morning, ladies. How are y'all doing? So, as you see by the title of this video, it is a get ready with me slash story time. So, I told y'all I would share with you guys how me and my husband met. So, typically people are like online dating, or meeting people online is like kind of frowned upon on. I mean, you're meeting somebody on the computer, so you don't know if this is like a fucking crazy person. I mean, if they got screws loose or whatnot, like you don't know that shit. So you're just kind of going off of whatever that person is telling you. You don't know if it's truth, or how much of it is truth, or any of that. So, just kind of like you kind of playing Russian roulette with like meeting somebody. So anyway, I happen to have already been on Facebook, and I hadn't been on Facebook maybe but for a couple of months, so it wasn't like a very long time. Well, fast forward, um, I had a few people that I went to school with in Oklahoma on my friends list, of course, and when you have mutual friends, you may not necessarily know those people, but if you know the same people, they'll add you, as a friend too. So I added someone um, that I had mutual friends with. I didn't know that person, but we knew the same guy, so cool. Anyway, um, before I knew it, I got a friend request from this guy, right? And at the time, y'all, at the time, I was like 4.5 months pregnant with my daughter. Um, so yeah, I don't know really what I was doing. I hadn't planned to try to date while I was pregnant. I mean, that's a lot for a dude to take on or even want to get to know you. Like every guy don't want to get to know you when you're sitting up there pregnant with somebody else's baby. So I was like, this I'm not gonna meet nobody like this. So I kind of really wasn't taking it seriously. I wasn't even really on Facebook for that. Um, but anyway, I had one of my best pictures up there. Looking kind of cute before pregnancy pic, obviously. But I got this friend request, and it's from this guy named Adam, and I'm like, okay. I thought he was cute, and sent me a friend request, and I accepted it. And then he sent me a message, was like, "Can we be friends?" I was like, okay, typical guy, like kind of flirting or whatnot. This is what I use, y'all. I like LA Colors makeup. It's cheap, but it's pretty good. So anyway, back to the story. So he's like, "Can we be friends?" And I was like, "Well, obviously, I'm like, well, whatever. I mean, it ain't no big old deal. We could be friends one night. Like, that's fine." So he was like, I think we talked, maybe like we had like a little small conversation, but that was after I went on his profile. Because I'm like, who is this white boy here trying to talk to me? So I went on his profile and I read, I looked at his little pictures, and I read the little thing under your profile, just about yourself. And I read that he was a dad of four. Usually I would have ran after reading that, but for some reason I didn't. I didn't know why I didn't, but okay. So somehow he was able to get my number, and I really wasn't planning on that, but he was so sweet from the jump. So I was like, cool, you can have my number, whatever. Like, I'm gonna talk to this dude probably like 1 or 2 weeks, and that's gonna be the end of it. Like, funny little story to tell later. So we started talking on the phone, and it kind of went from talking on the phone a lot within like the first 2 or 3 weeks, like constantly talking on the phone, like constantly all the time talking on the phone. And I would hear his little girl in the background. I was like, oh, she sounds so sweet. And I saw a picture or whatnot. So, really, once again, I'm still thinking just somebody to talk to, good little friend to have. I'm going through a lot, being pregnant and whatnot, and not really having nobody to talk to. My family wasn't as supportive as I would have liked them to be at all. I was getting judgment like, okay, baby number two, you're not in a relationship. Like, what are you doing? Was living with my mother at the time. Wrong place to be. Like, when you're grown and you're pregnant and you living with a parent, like, not cool. It makes it more difficult. But anyway, you know, she was there for me. So anyway, fast forward all that. So I realized that he lived in Lawton, Oklahoma, and that's where I graduated from high school in Oklahoma. So we started hitting it off, y'all. And when I tell you, this guy would like wake me up in the morning with a "hope you're doing okay" and you know, "hello beautiful," just all that little sweet sappy shit that we like to hear. That's what he was spitting to me, and I was like, okay, this is he just met me. Like, he gonna be this sweet, obviously, because he just met me. So whatever. I'm still not taking it that seriously. But I found myself like smiling though. Every time he texts, I was super happy. Like, I was looking forward to that. And we would spend hours, y'all. After like the first week, we would spend hours and hours texting and calling each other. Like, as much as we could talk on the phone, that's what we would do. We would talk on the phone. And we would talk until we were tired. So once again, me being fast forward a couple of weeks now, I'm 5 months pregnant with my daughter. So I didn't keep that from him. He knew that from the jump. Like, okay, I'm talking to a pregnant lady. Like, it's no big old deal. So he kept talking to me. So I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, y'all, then all of a sudden, like, I found myself realizing, like, this is a really good friend. Like, he felt like a really good best friend. It's even though it was only a couple of weeks, it felt like I knew him for years. Like, that's how cool he was. So being as cool as he was, and I really didn't even, I just thought it was me, just pregnant hormones, like falling for random shit. I'm like, whatever, girl. I had texted him one day, and I was so stressed, like crying, like I needed to get away from the people I was around. Like, I needed a break from everything that was stressing me. So he's like, why don't you come down here uh, for like 2 weeks, just clear your mind, get away, have some fun, whatever. So, y'all, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you don't even know this dude. Like, you're pregnant. How in the hell are you going to go to another place and you ain't never met him? Sounds crazy, right? Okay, of course it does. But what kind of helped me be at ease is because my stepdad was living in Lawton, Oklahoma, the same place. And was, if I went, I was like, I could just get him to take me. He right down the street, a couple minutes from where this guy stays. So if anything pop off, I can call him and I can get my pregnant self up out of there. Okay, well, I didn't want to leave my son at the time. He was 5. So I didn't want to leave him with his grandmother and have to hear her mouth like, oh, I gotta watch him while you go off or whatever. So crazy me, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so glad God had my back because I took my pregnant self and my 5-year old to Lawton, Oklahoma to meet a guy I have not even known but 2.5, 3 weeks. So I didn't tell my son's grandparents that. Like, I made it seem like I knew him way longer than I did because I didn't want the judgment. Like, they was judging me enough, so I was like, man, fuck it, I'm not gonna take out shit. So my stepdad was coming down to visit my brother, so he's like, yeah, I'll take you. You can just ride back with me and then I'll bring you back. I was like, fuck it, y'all. I'm going to try it. Once again, thank God he always has my back. So I went, y'all. Okay, I'm missing some of it because I ain't want y'all to think I'm crazy. But look, I'm going to tell y'all this. After like a week and a half of talking to this guy like nonstop all the time, we were actually telling each other, "I love you." Like we were actually acting like that. We were already claiming each other like that. So I know this sounds crazy. Like you know somebody 2 weeks and you already saying I love you. Okay, so I was like, bitch, you're crazy. Like you're pregnant. I was blaming this shit on my pregnancy. Like you're not thinking straight. This is pregnancy brain. You want a fairy tale. This shit ain't gonna happen. This is no. What the fuck? So anyway, still trying to keep good thoughts, y'all. I get there and first of all, we already hyping each other up, like, cause he was telling me, give me compliments all the time. I was giving him compliments all the time. Like, we was just acting like two teenagers. Grown ass people act like some teenagers. Anyway, I got there and I called him and told him I was like in town. So I get to his apartment and first time I'm seeing him like in real life. So I'm hoping he is who he says he is on the picture because you know how they go. And I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. So anyway, I get to the apartment. My dad pulls up and lets me out. Helps me get my stuff or whatnot. Standing there, y'all, I tell you not, was the most handsome guy. Like I thought to myself, I was like, oh, he is so cute. I'm like, that is who's on the picture, except he's cuter than he was in the picture. So I'm like super happy. I'm like, okay, he's not a liar. It's at least the same person in the picture. So y'all, I'm trying to be as cute as I can, wobbling like a damn duck, a damn pregnant penguin. I don't know what to yell. So trying to be all cute. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm keep it so real. The first day I was there, it went down. I know that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I do not condone that. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, it just happened to work out that way. So I was there probably about a week and a half. I was around his daughter, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, and all of this. I was like, oh, I could be around her. So I'm just imagining like this, my whole life with this dude, like already. So the first day I got there like at nighttime. So the next day he's just like, I'm not going to work. So he stayed and we spent the first day, all of us together. My son, his daughter, me and him. And then my little one in my belly. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it felt so like perfect. Like I was supposed to be with this person. And it was absolutely great. So fast forward, I am doing I was due that July. I met him in April. So he decided he's gonna move away from Oklahoma because he's just after a couple months he's like, I know I want to be with you, so we just gonna leave it at that. Like I'm gonna move where you at. Cool. I'm like, yes, do that. I don't know why. I'm like, I ain't known this man long enough for this, but for some reason I was like, cool. Anyway, so he leaves, picks up, leaves. Is there when I give birth to my daughter. Her dad is not there, but he was there. Another great sign. I'm like, oh my God, this dude is great. So, I'm going to fast forward a little bit more. He was there the day I got out from the hospital and I took my daughter home. Well, y'all, the next day, we kind of got into it. And before I know it, I looked up and he wasn't there. And I texted him and I said, well, where are you? And he said, I'm on my way back to Kansas. That's where he's from. So, y'all, he decided he was just not going to do that. He's not going to be there with me. His daughter wasn't with him, so I know a lot of that was that. He was feeling guilty being with me and my kids, but he wasn't with his, so I completely understood that. Bothered the shit out of me, but I understood it. So anyway, y'all, fast forward again, another 8 months or so. He decides I'm coming back, and this time he brings his daughter, and we're living with my mom for a while. Terrible. Fast forward yet again, and moved out, got our own place. My daughter's one by then. He's been there since day one. She's gonna be 5 on Friday, y'all, and he's been the only dad she's had her entire life so far. And now we've been married for a year, so every online thing isn't terrible. Some of it can work out. I was lucky enough mine worked out, but now the same people I was looking at years ago, you know, was like, oh, I could get used to us being together. I look up and we are. So that's my little how I met my hubby story. And now a heifer can focus on getting her face together. But yeah, to any of y'all that's like online dating or whatnot, I would just say be careful. Like, don't, if that person is out of state, do not, for no reason, do not go to where they are like I did. That was crazy. Like, he could have been crazy and I wasn't even on the shit. But lucky for me, thank God, he wasn't. And my story kind of worked out. I'm not going to say kind of worked out. It did. I mean, marriage is hard as shit sometimes, but I wouldn't trade him for the world. Like my best friend, I'll be silly with him. He's been here for my kids. Their dads have died. So, you take the ups with the downs and you keep it moving. Anyway, y'all, I've been so into my damn story, I could have been there with my eyes by now. Anyway, I'm just going in with this dark brown, and just putting it in my crease. Sometimes I go back and go over the crease a little bit more, but I ain't trying to get super perfect today, y'all. I'm just trying to be a little cute. And then I'm going in with this hot pink. As y'all can see, I've been using the shit out of this because it's my favorite. And I noticed some of these palettes, you gotta like really pack the shit on to get the color you want. But damn, I forgot I was supposed to put a little bit more of this on. It no harm, no foul. Sometimes I just go in and rub this shit right back on. Anyway, y'all, while I'm doing this, I can tell y'all about the giveaway I want to do. So, I have passed 100. And to tell y'all the truth, I didn't even think I was going to get to 100. Like, the little bullshit I do on here, this little bullshit I'm doing right now, like, I didn't think this was, like, worthy of 100 subscribers. Like, I'm one of them that's going to be happy with her number, like, no matter what it is. Like, I was happy when I had 20. I thought I was doing something when I had 20, so it ain't really going to be nothing different. If my number, keeps increasing, like, thank y'all. But to the ones that are already on here, I appreciate y'all so much. Like, y'all are giving me an outlet, like, because sometimes shit just get hectic. But I know I can make a video and get on here, and, like, it's a stress relief. So I definitely thank y'all for that. Now I am going to go in with some black eyeliner. Anyway, this giveaway. I got to figure out what I want to actually put in the giveaway and when I want to start it. I probably do my giveaway kind of later than I wanted to. It'll probably be toward the end of the month when I can get the things that I actually want to put in the giveaway. Because I want to get y'all some good shit. Like, I want to put some good shit in the giveaway. I don't want it to be a bunch of whack crap. Like, my first giveaway, I actually want it to be pretty good. But I want them to get better as my channel grows. So, I'll probably, like, officially announce that later on in the month. It'll probably be like some simple shit. Just as long as y'all subscribe to my channel and maybe follow me on Instagram. Like that'll probably be all I have y'all do. Nothing major or nothing. We gotta probably put some. I'm thinking about putting some makeup in there. A couple of things I like to use. Maybe like a put together like a small little eyebrow kit. Maybe like a cute makeup bag to go with it, something like that, and probably a few of my favorite perfumes, and maybe one or two of my favorite nail polish colors. I might put those in there. I don't know, y'all. I'm just thinking out loud to y'all. Y'all can give me some ideas maybe, and we can go from there. Anyway, y'all. Later on today, I might do a home tour. Cause I know on one of my videos y'all saw our living room and y'all was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. And I think I would like to show y'all the rest of it. I might not be able to show my kids around because they ass don't keep their shit clean too often. You know how kids do. Tell them mommy's doing a home video, but then they'll half-ass clean it. So I might just give y'all like a kitchen tour and give y'all another tour of the living room, our bathrooms, and probably me and Babe's room. And speaking of Babe, y'all, he said he ain't gonna be on none of my videos. Hopefully I can get him to change his mind, cause I want y'all to meet him. He's a sweetheart. That's my baby. That's my shelter in the storm. So I'm gonna have to try to get him to. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Y'all might have to cook for him some, rub his bed, do something. Try to warm him a little bit, get him on his camera. Anyway, y'all, I was so busy talking. I didn't really get this. I didn't really get my shit together. So I might finish my makeup up or come to y'all with a part two so y'all can actually finish seeing the finished product. Yeah, I might come back after I load this one so y'all can finish getting ready with me. I'm gonna stop for right now. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part of this video. Bye.